Hello everybody, I'm just setting everything up. Ooh, people waiting. Hi. Oh my god, you are early. That's very unusual for you, Evelyn. Hello, how are you? How are you, my lovely? Okay, right. I have everything set up here. Ready to go. Hi, hello. If you can see me, if you can hear me, let me know. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to Dainty Gift channel. It's been a little while since I've done a live stream or uploaded here. Just been crazy swamped with everything. No other reason than just I haven't really had the time. I was gonna do to be fair, I did have the time to do a live stream earlier this week, but I was just so tired. On Monday I literally went to bed at like 2 hours earlier than I usually go to bed, and the next day I was more tired. Now tell me, how does that work? If somebody can explain that to me, that would be great. Hi Moika, hi Miriam, how are you? How are you ladies? Okay, so today we're gonna do something a little bit spooky. So I have this paper mache coffin. It did have a label on it saying that it's a mache casket, which not a casket, that is a coffin. Carolyn, hi. Oh, Catherine, I know, I've missed you too. We've missed you lots and lots and lots. It's so good to see you. So, paper mache coffin, and I want to use this paper. So one of the two sides, one of the sides of this paper, this is called Memento Mori, very fitting. I mean, you know, Memento Mori on my hand. It's very very fitting for me. So one of these Memento Mori cards here. So this is rice paper from Decoupage Queen. If you would like to check out more papers from Decoupage Queen, I did sort out the description of my live streams, so there is a link for Decoupage Queen website if you wanted to have a look and see what else they have. So one of these halves, now I was gonna ask you guys which one I should do, the brown one or the blue one, but while I was sitting here preparing for the stream, I decided that we're gonna do the blue half today. Now my plan is to go back to Hobbycraft, which is where I got this, and get another one of these coffins and then use the other half on it and just have a matching pair. Okay, Shorty, hi Vet. I have to bolt because I need to wake up really early, but just wanted to let you know you're damn inspiring. Oh, thank you so much. I hope that you have a good night's sleep, and I shall see you in replay probably. Hi Karen, how are you? Yeah, Olga will definitely love it. She'll appreciate it. Tia, hi. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, Eileen. And the lovely ladies, of course. Hello, hello. Right, okay. So, oh, and the other thing that we're going to be using is we're going to be using some skeletons and bird skulls and all of that, and bones from mainly from this mold. I think there might be a couple from here, but I think it's mainly from this mold. And this, oh, I can't remember what it was called, but this is a mold from Finaba. If you're ever not sure about like what something is called from Finaba, if you go onto mixedmediaplace.com, that is Finaba's shop, or run by her partner, I believe. They usually have most of the things in stock, and so if you just type in mold, it should come up, and then you'll be able to see the name of it. Oh no, Catherine, try refreshing it maybe. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. Hello Claire, how are you? Oh, well, that makes me really, really happy, Miriam. I'm glad that I'm able to kind of cheer up your the rest of your day, hopefully. Hi, Neha. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, so I have a lot of these little castings here of bones and skulls and stuff. Yesterday I was pouring pretty much all evening molds for the Gothica cabinet that I'm working on at the moment from Hobbylicious. So as I was pouring, I had lots of leftover resin that I wasn't gonna use, I wasn't gonna waste. So I poured a lot of these little bones that kind of need using up now. Okay, I'm gonna spin you guys around so you can see what I'm doing here at my desk, and we shall get started. Okay, there we go. Do I need to set up the light, the other light? I think I do, don't I? Okay, there we go. Is that a bit too bright? Shall I turn it this way a little bit? Okay, maybe it's a little bit better, hopefully. Okay, hang on, I need to move. I was cleaning the floor under my desk today, so I moved some of the stuff around and now it's digging into my knee, and that is not acceptable. So I had to move it out the way. Quiet working on bauble. Oh, I'm excited to see. Okay, I'm glad that it works for you now, Catherine. Right, okay, so first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half to make it easier to maneuver. We don't need the whole paper, we're only using this half, so make it easier for ourselves straight away. Now, so as you can see, I've already done a little bit of prepping here. So I've used I used white gesso, and I primed only the parts that are kind of like the outside parts, right? I'm gonna leave the inside and the parts where it overlaps untouched. I don't really want to do anything to them, because I don't usually like working with like these kind of slip-on lids, right, that like overlap each other, because I typically tend to go a little bit thicker with like my coat of paint and everything, and then they end up getting stuck or not fitting or whatever. So this time I decided to just leave it alone. And so what I did is I closed the lid, and then using a pencil I traced around the lid so that I knew kind of where to paint to, and then I just painted around it, and that is basically it. So now we have a nice white background, which is going to work great for our rice paper. So anytime you're working with napkins or rice paper, always make sure that you paint your background kind of white or a very, very light color. If you don't have white, use the lightest color that you have, because otherwise your colors are not going to show up true. So now I'm just kind of trying to almost like bend my paper around. I'm kind of trying to center it. So on this paper, I'll show you on here, you can see better. So the blue one is the exact copy, just in a different color. So I'm trying to kind of measure it by these top and the bottom lines. They actually kind of fit pretty much perfectly from top and bottom, which makes centering really easy. And then I'm also trying to center the sides. Unfortunately, I can't fit the whole ornament in. It would be perfect if it sat a little bit higher up, so that these leaves of the ornament would kind of fit in flush with the wide part of the coffin lid. They don't, unfortunately, so we've got to do what we've got to do here. So I'm just kind of tracing around so that I know where to. There you go. Right, okay, so this is where we are at the moment. Now I'm gonna take some water and a clean brush, and I'm not gonna go over the parts where I made the indent. I'm gonna go out a little bit, about 1 centimeter out, so that then I can fold in the edges a little bit. Not all the way, because unfortunately there isn't enough, I don't think, to fill this space here, but we're still gonna go in a little bit. So I'm gonna go in at about like this with water and just trace around. And so then it will allow us to work with it a little bit easier. Can't really see my indents. The light is bouncing off of them, and then I just use my nail. I kind of press it down with one hand and then use my nail on the other hand to tear off the excess, and that way it's nice and feathered. It's not going to be like a straight cut edge. It's going to make it a lot easier to blend the edges, make them less visible. What have I missed? Okay. Oh, thanks, Eileen. Hi, Penny. Magdalena, good evening. It's my first time here. I'm new to the whole world of decoupage and I hope to learn. Well, welcome to the crazy world that is decoupage and mixed media, because as soon as you start with decoupage, you kind of start venturing out into all different bits and pieces that you can add. So it's a really nice world to be in. However, I must say goodbye to your disposable income. I always say that to people because unfortunately it is very, very true. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the friendly group here. Hello everybody that's joining. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a very long time coming. Very, very, very long time. I've been wanting to get this done. Well, I haven't had a tattoo done in 6 years. So it's been a very long time. Okay, we're ready to glue this down. So I got my Mod Podge. Now hang on, before I do this, I'm just gonna fold in the edges one more time to try and make it a little bit easier for me to place it on, because once the glue is on, then it's quite hard to drag it around and adjust it. It's much harder than it is when it's dry and there's no glue involved. So I'm just folding in the edges a little bit. Just concentrating. Sorry, ladies. And there we go. Okay. It's all kind of folded in. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you. She's right, each cash is just gone. I'm so worth it. So new and watching. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm really happy that you ladies find my videos helpful, and I'm able to provide a little bit of insight into how to get started and all of that stuff. Okay, so I've got a layer of Mod Podge on top. Now let's get this baby on. Okay. There we go. she is glued on. So only the top for now. We're gonna, I still moved it, you know. The top has get distracted and then and then this happens. Oh well. Right, so the top is glued on. Now I'm gonna take some more water and I'm gonna apply some water onto the corners. And oh, this one doesn't want to rip because it's diagonal, so I just give it a quick snippy snip and another quick snippy snip diagonally, just like that. And here as well at the edge. So all of the parts where we have differences in sizes, where we have the change of direction, we want to give them a little tear or incision. Okay. I've noticed Mike's friend come disappearing lately. It's true, totally worth it. Definitely. She's probably eaten. Hi, Monique. Oh, that's so good to see you. It makes me really happy. We have another Swedish subscriber here. We'll agree that money spent on crafting is money well spent. I think is the one thing that has kept me sane during the pandemic. I totally agree. I don't know how I would have survived the past year without my crafting corner. Okay, so now I apply a little bit of Mod Podge onto the edges, and then one by one I fold in the edges just like that, and then where they need to overlap I kind of just pinch them off, really. And because it's such a fibrous material, rice paper is, you can kind of almost stretch it out, right, to where it's not even noticeable that there's something missing, you know, that you've ripped off a piece or whatever. Okay, so that's oh, there's a bit too much glue there. So just like that, I simply fold in the edges, glue them in. Or you can, if your edges are a bit kind of bigger and stronger than mine are, you can wait until they're dry and then just sand them off instead of ripping stuff apart or ripping stuff off. Okay, so rip the edges. Let's apply another coat of Mod Podge over the top to seal this whole business. Another coat of Mod Podge over the top, and then we're going to move on to the actual base of the coffin. We're going to apply some bones and paint and do all of that good stuff on the base. Bones and skulls. I'm excited for Halloween this year. I'm probably more excited for Halloween than I am for Christmas for whatever reason this year. I don't know why. That is not normal for me, but it is what it is. Okay, this I can sit and dry there now. I'm gonna have a quick sippy sip. Yes, the video will be up on the channel later. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as the space in the house will too. That is definitely very true. uh, yeah, we've been missing you, Catherine, a lot in the workshops. Okay, right, so with the base, I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna kind of add maybe like a skull to each side. And I also have this fleur-de-lis here from the fleur-de-lis molds that I'm tempted to add it, but also I kind of want it, I don't want it to stick out. Maybe not. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what else I have in my mold stash. So I kind of just want to add some bones here and there. They're gonna be all different sizes because I did not pour them all. Kind of just poured random bones, and I also used some yesterday. So hello Terry, how are you? How are you, my lovely? Right, let's just start adding bones wherever. I'm kind of tempted to just add them at an angle, so I'm just using super glue. My fingers are probably gonna get super glued to everything, but that is the price that I'm willing to pay because I don't want to wait for heavy body gel to dry today. I love Christmas and want to decoupage some Christmas ornaments and need to learn how to do that. I believe I will learn that here. Oh yes, you will definitely learn that here. We're gonna do a lot of Christmas decoupage stuff closer to the time. I do want to do a few Halloween-y projects this year, primarily because well, I've never really done much of Halloween-y stuff in my life, and Decoupage Queen has just come out with so many beautiful Halloween-y rice papers and the Halloween scrapbook, and everything's so Halloween-y and spooky, and my former gothic self is just or emo self, or whatever you want to call it, is over the moon with all of this stuff. So you know, I think I'm gonna try and honor that this year. But also, of course, there's gonna be some Christmas goodness coming closer to the time. I can't wait to get back to using my snowflake paste full time. I need to stock up on it, actually. I need to get some more. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep on adding some more of these bones at different angles. I don't know where I'm going with this yet. I have not had time to talk to Iveta either. I know, it's just, you've been working a lot, that's why. Poor you. What do you mean you don't have it already? You're trying to tell me that you don't have any snowflake paste? What? That is you're trying to tell me that you don't have any? That does not sound right. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to. Halloween is the best because it's my birthday. Oh, is it? Is it? That is a very cool time to have a birthday, I think, anyways. Okay, so let's add one more bone, and then we're gonna add some skulls, I think. Hi Leon, how are you? Believe we're in the right group for that. You definitely are. Yeah, snowflake paste is the best. Okay, so this one won't fit, so I might add like this little bird skull here at the top, and then add this bigger, he won't fit either. And okay, then we'll add this little human skull at the bottom. So we'll do on one side at the top and one on the other side at the bottom. We'll kind of alternate them. Can you go into some description about snowflake paste? Yes, of course. I can even show you. Just give me one moment. I can even show you. Snowflake paste, again, well, I personally use Finalizing's snowflake paste. However, there are other brands that do their own kind of different snowflake paste, snowflake pens, and all sorts of kind of, you know, different things. They will all vary slightly, of course, depending on the brand. However, I'll show you the one that I have in just a second. And then should we add this? Aha, he will fit this way. Okay, so then the main skull is going to sit here right at the base. Hello Mariana, how are you in Greece? What else can I use it on? Does it act like glue as well? No, it doesn't act like glue. It is just there to kind of add snow effect. I will show you in just a moment. My finger got a little bit super gluey. Let's wipe this up a little bit quickly. So usually you will use it for kind of to add a little bit of snow effect at the top. So this is the one that I have. It's from Finalizing, and in the tin it looks kind of like this, right? I'll scoop some up for you so you can see. It's like a really like a paste, right? And it's got some grain in it. So when you apply it, it looks grainy like snow. It has a little bit of glitter in it. However, I personally like to also just sprinkle a little bit of transparent or white glitter over the top. Now, I do have this little thingy that I used a little bit of snowflake paste on here. So when I made this little bauble, here at the very top, you can see I added a little bit of snowflake paste. It does turn a little bit like off-whitish once it's dry, so it's not going to be like stark white once it's dry. But yeah, so and then it really looks like snow basically. Very cool paste, and because it holds peak quite well, you can actually like you know, make little textures. So very nice for Christmas baubles and things like that. Okay, right. Let's put the lid on and have a look at, see kind of what we're looking at. Okay, so I've got some bones, I've got some skulls, got some of this and some of that going on here. Shall I add any more? Nah, it's just going to be overkill if I add any more. Okay, we can start painting. Now for paint, for base, I'm gonna use some of this paint, which is a custom mix that I mixed up to paint one of the cabinets that I did not long ago, and then I added some other colors into it. So in the end, I've got this very strange, like almost like a purpley brown. I also added some textured powder into it for a little bit of grain and grit. And so I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to apply this all over. Now, when you're using normal acrylic paints, ideally you want to prime your molds with gesso or something like that before you paint them. However, I have found that whenever I use a paint that has some of this textured powder in it, it really like grips to it. Really grips to it really well. And I've had no problem. So I just paint straight over it. So this is going to be the base color. Then we're going to try out using some of this chalk paste that I just got from Redesign with Prima. And we're going to dry brush that over to kind of try and match up the color a little bit. So we're going to play around a little bit. Hello from Namibia. Hi. Wow. Hello, how are you? It feels like I've done 10 rounds with the jiu-jitsu instructor. I've got a glittery type of thing, had for years and hasn't gone solid yet. Oh, what is it? Oh, you ordered your first resin. Good for you. I think you will find that creating will become faster and easier at some point. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still use clay, you know that. Still use clay a whole lot. There are some things that resin just can't achieve as well as clay can, but well done you. You're gonna have fun. Okay. So that is this side done. Resin is so fun to work with, but a bit hard at first. Yeah, it takes a little while to get used to it. Oh, no problem. If you have any other questions, just let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them while I'm here. Yes, I am in UK, Mariana. Snowflake and lots of other stuff for coming projects. Yeah, we used a lot of snowflake paste in last year's workshops, in the Christmas workshops. And I think it won't be any different this year either. We're going to use a lot of snowflake paste in the workshops. Speaking of workshops, my next workshop is coming up on the 6th of September. We're gonna start our new workshop, which is gonna last about 3 to 4 days. I don't really know yet, because it was a process to create it, and I've kind of written everything out, all of the steps that we need to complete each day. But of course it depends on how long we're gonna spend doing everything, how it all goes on the day. So between 3 to 4 days. And we're going to create a shabby theatre shadow box. If you would like to have a look, check out the description of my live stream, and if you click on the workshop link, you will see the pictures, and I will show you at the end of the live stream. I'll also show you the actual box itself, what we're going to create. That shadow box was such a learning curve for me as well, so I'm very excited for this workshop. I'm very excited to share everything that I kind of learned while creating it with you guys, and see all of your renditions of this particular project. Felt that today. Working on a bigger project thanks to you. Good, good. Best spend a little time with hubby between Saturday and the start of the workshop then. Yes. Yes, you definitely should spend a few date nights together, because then you're gonna be out for like 4 days. Consider it a crafting retreat, if you will. Okay, so this paint that I'm using here, so I don't know how well you can see, but or maybe you can hear, like when I'm painting, it's like I'm painting with I don't know, but you can definitely hear the grittiness of the paint. Anyways, the reason why I'm using it is mainly because I have a crap ton of it here and it needs to be used up. I don't know how many projects I can paint in this color, so it needs to be used up. And it's a very good shade to be a base for this particular project, so I thought I may as well use it. Anyone else order medallions from Amazon and now I have tons of them? I don't have tons of medallions. I have tons of like baubles, actual like clear baubles. So I need to make more workshops of baubles. Oh, Eileen, where are you going? I did ask if I would be watching TV with him this evening and said, I don't know how to say, but I'm with Iveta and the girls. Well, I hope that he doesn't take it personally. I mean, well, if he does, well, there's not a lot that I can do about that. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, let's get that heat gun going. Let's dry this paint so we can move on to the next step and do a little bit of dry brushing with this chalk paste. I'm very, very curious to use it, to try it out. I don't know what it's gonna be like. I haven't tried it yet, and I've seen people use it on their furniture projects, but I've not actually like heard the description of what it does, so it's gonna be interesting. Check the hotel's internet. And baubles as well. Oh, you're going to Greece. Oh, nice. Enjoy. I hope that you're gonna have a really good time there. He's watching crickety. The earliest I thought may have forgotten me. Yeah, I think yeah, maybe for painting they might be a little bit too thick. I'm hoping that because of the thickness they're gonna be good for dry brushing. Yeah, room for 2 please, because I would like to come along too, actually, just saying. Alright, I've missed the spot there, I need to patch it up. Need to patch it up. Patch it up. Here. And here. Missed a few spots. Jeez. Let's give this a quick dry again. Well, you're always welcome on my sofa, you know that. Oh, okay, Evelyn, I'll see you in replay. Yeah, definitely. We would all love to come. Okay, let's get this chalk paste out. It has a very interesting lid. Reminds me of a face cream, like face creams that my mom used to get. Okay, so let's start by picking up some off of here, and then what should I wipe it off on my palette here? It's very pigmented. I only picked up a tiny bit, and look at. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice color. Very nice color. This is called Blue Boar. Yeah, it is definitely very thick. If you're gonna paint with it, you do need to water it down, but it's a perfect consistency for dry brushing. It's like very, it's very thick. Like thicker than, I want to say it's thicker than impasto paints. I don't know if it really is thicker than impasto paint, but it definitely feels like it. So this is a redesign with Prima chalk paste in Blue Boar. In Blue Boar, and I don't know what the difference is between this and the other stuff, so we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out together. Let's do a little bit of dry brushing over. It's very draggy, if that makes any sense. But it goes a really long way. For dry brushing at least. Well, Claire, I think you need to change your name on here. You keep confusing people. Yeah, it really is. Really, really thick. It's like a... I don't even know what to compare it to. Oh, it's almost like a thick gel, but it's not a gel. Not Seeing is something new to check out. Yeah, it's definitely very different. I don't know if it's worth checking out per se. Like you know, for me I was just very, very curious, so I got some in my design team thing. I asked to get some so I can try them out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure how you would use them other than for dry brushing, like what I'm doing now. I'm not sure how you would use them in other settings. I mean, it does really go a long way. Paste, yeah, exactly, yeah, a paste. Are they furniture paints then? Well, I believe so. They're sold by Redesign, so I'm assuming that their primary thing is, you know, to be used on furniture, but I don't really. Again, maybe I should watch a few tutorials of people using these, because I'm not quite sure. Oh, so you like them, Terry, yeah? They are, yeah, I think they can be used for stenciling. Yeah, I forgot about that. They can be used for stenciling. And I believe they can be used for raised stencil, like, you know, with a palette knife rather than with a brush. Okay, let's get it back. And then we're gonna move on to some other colors and add a little bit of, we're gonna need some cobalt blue, I think, here as well, to echo some of the colors on the paper. Very interesting, very different. So I'm just gonna keep going like this. Yes, I do, but I did have to play with them. I've used them on ceramic molds. Oh, ceramic molds, interesting. Oh, that's not a bad match, you know, of colors that we have going on here. Let's also add a little bit of this to the edge. And color in the edge, so that we don't have so much white showing through there. What am I gonna keep in this box? That is the question. I have a lot of things that need organizing around here, around my desk. What am I gonna put in there? Maybe my cheesecloth. No, not cheesecloth. Maybe my, what do you call them? The Band-Aid type things, not Band-Aids. What are they called? What is this called? Bandage. There you go. Maybe I'll put my bandages in there. Let's get the edges. Yeah, finally I have an excuse to actually use them. Okay, so yeah, the colors actually match really, really, really well. Right, now we can close this. It is a really nice, fancy jar though. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through it, but I'm already looking forward to the empty jar and being able to use the empty jar. I don't know what for, but we're going to use it for something. Okay, so I'll use a little bit of cobalt blue. This is just a normal acrylic paint. A little bit of cobalt blue with the same dry brush. No, can't use the same dry brush, because then, oh, actually maybe, let's see, it mixed it up with the darker blue, so we have a different color going on here. So I'll just add it in a few places here and there. And then what color should I use to show off the edges and show off the molds? That is the question. So while I'm doing this, I need suggestions on what color to use for the molds. Should I go for gold, or maybe should I go for white pearl or something else? Okay, now I'll take a clean dry brush and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this clean cobalt and add it here and there to kind of echo some of this lighter blue on the paper. Shopping, I'm just looking at the jars and bottles rather than what's in them. Exactly. Oh, that's a good idea actually, Terry. For clay tools, that's a really good idea. White, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think white would be a very interesting solution for this. Add a little bit of this. So here we're just kind of doing a little bit of color blending, right? Just trying to find similar colors to what we have on the paper, and add them to the rest of the box so they kind of matches up a little bit. White pearl would be nice. Yeah, I think we'll go for white pearl. First I'm gonna add a little bit of black wax to the edges, and then we'll add a little bit of white pearl to highlight some of the bones. Maybe we'll do gold and white pearl. We could do both. Where do you get your brushes from? So I have like these small chunky brushes, or they're all from Finalizing. Now these bigger dry brushes are just cheap brushes from, oh god, where did I buy these from? From Little Crafty Bugs. They were like 79p each or something like that, so very cheap. Really, anywhere that does these kind of brushes is fine. They're just stenciling brushes. What else? And my acrylic brushes, I get them from wherever I can get brushes from. So some I will, if I'm in a proper art supply shop, then I may treat myself to a couple of, you know, really nice Daler Rowney graduate brushes. I really like these ones. And if I'm in like a cheaper shop that has an art and craft section, then I'll also get some, because in my craft room, brushes don't really last very long. So spending too much money on brushes doesn't really make sense, because I don't look after them as I should. Took a wooden box from my mother. She was going to throw it away. I recycled it and gave it back. She never noticed it was the same box. Oh my god, I love that. That is so funny. That's right, you show them how something that some people think is ready for the bin, we can make them look like completely new, unrecognizable. Okay, right. So let's add a little bit of this to the back as well. Spooky, spooky, very spooky. My son really loves Halloween and all of the spooky things, so I think he'll probably appreciate this too. He's already eyeing it up today. He's like, ooh, is this the thing that the vampires sleep in? Like, well, yeah, and also that's where you put the dead people into. He's like, ooh, dead people. You can tell that he's my son. Okay, I fancy adding just a tiny bit of ultramarine, because it's gonna be, I think it's gonna add a little bit of that like purplish tone, maybe. If not, we'll move on to violet, just the tiniest. No, oh no, it's very, very, why does the bottle look very like violet and then it comes out and it's all very not violet? Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's not the right time. Let's try violet. Oh, needs to be shaken up. It's been a long time since I've used this color. Oh, Magdalena, good to see you, and thank you for popping in. Yes, I'll see you next time. In the US, I can send you the link. Okay, right. Links and stuff. Okay, let's add a little bit of violet. Teeny little bit. Okay, let's wipe this off. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Ah, see, that's not too violet. Okay, we'll only add a tiny bit of this, like onto the shoulder bits on the coffin. Okay, right, so I'm happy with the colors so far. Let's get a little bit of black wax. There's my black wax. So in this instance, I'm treating this little coffin as a proper craft project, so there's going to be no varnishing involved or anything like that. But if you, of course, if you want your thing to last a much longer time, you know, you want it to be more kind of wear and tear friendly, do apply a couple of coats of varnish onto your project. Right, so what am I doing? Grabbing the inside of the jar. Crazy person. Okay, let's wrap this up, a little bit of cloth around my finger, pick up a little bit of wax, and then I'm going to turn these edges black. I honestly usually find that as soon as you start adding like black wax to stuff and like the waxes, they really finish off the project. They really add those final touches and really like finish everything off, make it look much more professional. That was a little bit too much. Wax in. So we'll add a little bit of black wax on the edges, and then we're gonna do the gold and white pearl. I've decided we're gonna do both. We're gonna do a little bit of both today. I'm also kind of tempted to add a little bit of some white, not white pearls, some liquid pearls or something like that, like a little bit of beading around the rim here. So that's the edges here, they're looking much better. And I'm also gonna take a brush and using a brush add like a faded out line to mask off some of my mishaps, make them look a little bit more natural. Create a line. You're not the first to grab the inside of the jar. No, I think it's probably a fairly regular thing amongst us crafters. Fairly regular and probably more common than we'd like to think also. Well, it's probably around the same as like trying to have a drink out of your paintbrush holder instead of your coffee cup or something like that, you know, along those lines. So let's add some final touches and we will have created a super cute, I don't know if cute is the right word, but a little Halloweeny project with a coffin and some skulls and some bones and all of that good stuff, getting ready for that spooky season. Well, I don't know, it depends. If you're one of those people that only do spooky season once a year, or if you like to display spooky things around your house all the time. A hole with my Dremel, but there are some with holes pre-done. Amazing straight line, you blow me away with your freehand lines and checks. Well, it's only so straight because I traced around it, right? I traced around the lid before I started painting. So I have kind of a pretty good guide here of where my lines should be. Right, let's have a look. There you go. So the lid actually looks like way better now with a little bit of black wax on it. Let's add a little bit of vintage gold from Finalizing onto the bones. I just use my finger. Let's show off some of these beautiful details on the bones themselves, because you can't really see them when they're all colored in the same, painted in the same color. But as soon as you add the gold, it really shows off all of the little details in there. Put glitter on some of my clay peppermints today and I have glitter all over my living room. Yes, well, glitter is definitely like one of those, you know, things that is really hard to get rid of it. Once it's there to stay forever. It's there to stay forever. Okay, so, oh, gold looks really good, I think, on here. Vintage gold is the bomb. Just add in some highlights on the bones, and then we'll use white pearl to add even more highlight onto them. She does, yeah, Catherine. Can you please vacate the premise? Sorry, ladies. Aaron's sneaking in, trashing the place, trying to sneak off with his laptop. Distracting me. Right, and then I'm also gonna add a tiny bit of gold onto the edges here. I'm not going all the way, just kind of on the main length of each side, right? I'm not going all the way to the corners, just on the main length. Well, yeah, this is you know, intrusion into my workspace. Excuse me. Distracting me and stuff. I'm in a professional environment over here. And then I'll add a little bit of gold to the bottom part here as well. And it's a cute little craft project. Just what I needed to reset my palette after that piece of furniture, and now I'm trying to do that Gothica cabinet, and it's it takes a lot of planning, so I need to, you know, I need a little refresher. Okay, let's let's get some white pearl. So again, white pearl from Finalizing. Let's add a tiny bit of this. Just onto the, like the very tops of the bones, kind of to echo and mirror the white skull and some of the like white parts of the paper. Oops. Tiny bit of white on the bones. And then I'm tempted, should I add a little border with liquid pearls, or should I just leave it as is? What do you think? Or with not liquid pearls, contour liner. Should I add a little border, or should I not? Oh, thanks, Catherine. Thank you. That one was really, it came together so quick, and so it kind of just, you know, I glided through the project to the point where, like, once I finished it, I was like, what? Now what? And now I'm a bit, you know, in a bit of a confused state. Right, do I add liquid pearls or not? Yeah, the blue and the gold really go together really well, don't they? I also thought that, you know what would look super cute? I'm not gonna do it, but because I don't have the right color, but add in like a little trim like that to the edge. I only have a green one, and I don't think that green really fits here, but like adding a trim around the edge like this, oh, it would be super cool if I could. So if you end up making a coffin like that, I think adding a trim is really gonna help. If you don't want to go decorate the bottom, I don't mind staying longer. What should I add? I feel like it needs something extra. It's a little bit, it doesn't have that va-va-voom You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Doesn't have that va-va-voom to it. Or should I just leave it alone? Should probably just leave it alone, shouldn't I? Okay, never mind. I'm going to leave it here. Hello, hi, it's me again. Your boy, Iveta. Right, so here it is, the little coffin that we decorated together in this live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, I don't know, I feel like it needs something, but I can't put my finger on it just yet, so I might leave it, and if I happen to figure it out at some point tonight or in the next few days, I might add it. If not, then well, it is what it is. Say hello to Chester. He's a little, oh hello, come on up, come on then, say hello, say hello. Here he is. Say hello. Hi, this is Chester, my little ginger cat. I think it's beautiful. Okay. What about the circle around the skull? Something to lift that part. Yeah, maybe I'll add a few little pearls there, but we shall see. What about some stud effects? Yeah, maybe. They're all good ideas. I just can't like really place my my finger on what it should be. Look at this guy. He's a crafter too. He's gonna create with me. Should we give you a paintbrush? There you go. No, he says, no, thank you. Yeah. Oh, I know. He's getting a bit brave now. I've been letting him kind of, you know, come and sit with me a bit more while I'm working, so he's really enjoying it. Okay, nighty night everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh yeah, the workshop, check it out in the description. I'll probably post a separate video. Don't want to get it out now. It's big and heavy. Okay, I'll see you ladies another time. How do I? Okay, bye.